Chapter 1. The Invisible Enemy. Imagine you wake up with big goals. You promise yourself, I will definitely be disciplined starting tomorrow. But next morning, you scroll, you procrastinate, you delay, you quit again. And slowly, your dreams start dying silently. But what if I tell you, the biggest enemy in your life is not failure, not bad luck, not society. It's your undisciplined mind. Because the human brain is designed for comfort, not greatness. And the moment you understand this, your entire life changes. This is not just another motivational video. This is a psychological blueprint to build unshakable mental discipline. By the end of this video, you will never look at your habits, your excuses, or your mind the same way again. Because today, we are diving deep into the powerful lessons from the book, The Power of Mental Discipline. And trust me, one idea from this video can completely transform your future. Chapter 2. Why most people never reach their potential. Let's be honest. Most people are not weak physically. They are weak mentally. They know what to do, but they don't do it. They know junk food is harmful. Still they eat it. They know scrolling wastes time. Still they scroll for hours. Why? Because knowledge is not power. Execution is. And execution comes from one thing only: mental discipline. See, your brain always chooses instant pleasure over long-term success. That's how dopamine works. Every notification, every short video, every comfort activity gives your brain a quick reward. And slowly, your mind becomes addicted to easy stimulation. This is why deep work feels painful. Studying feels boring. Gym feels hard. Consistency feels impossible. Because your brain has been trained to escape discomfort. Think about it. The moment life becomes difficult, most people quit. But mentally disciplined people, they become stronger under pressure. And this is where the real game begins. Because discipline is not about motivation. It's about controlling yourself, even when you don't feel like it. But wait, there's a deeper psychological reason behind this behavior. And once you understand it, you'll finally stop blaming yourself. Chapter 3. Your brain wants survival, not success. Thousands of years ago, humans didn't need ambition. They needed survival. The brain evolved to save energy, avoid pain, seek pleasure. That survival mechanism still exists inside you, which means your mind naturally resists difficult tasks. When you sit to study, your brain says, let's watch one more video. When you try waking up early, your brain says, sleep 10 more minutes. When you decide to change your life, your mind creates excuses, not because you're lazy, but because your brain fears discomfort. And this realization is powerful, because now you stop saying, I am weak. Instead, you understand, my brain is simply untrained, and discipline is the process of training the brain. Just like muscles grow through resistance, mental strength grows through discomfort. Read that again mentally. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to build discipline. Every temptation resisted rewires your brain. Every promise you keep to yourself builds self-respect. That's why disciplined people walk differently, talk differently, think differently, because deep inside, they trust themselves. But most people destroy that trust daily. How? By constantly breaking promises to themselves. And that damage is more dangerous than failure itself. Chapter 4. The silent destruction of self-betrayal. Imagine promising yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Again, and again, and again. Slowly, your mind starts believing you can't trust yourself. This is called self-betrayal. And this destroys confidence from inside. See, confidence is not built by motivational quotes. Confidence is built when your actions match your words. When you say, I'll wake up at 5, and you actually do it. Your brain records proof that you are becoming powerful. That's why small wins matter. Tiny disciplined actions create identity change. This is exactly what the book emphasizes. Discipline is not one giant action. It's daily self-control. Simple things, making your bed, going to gym, reading 10 pages, saying no to distractions, studying when bored. These tiny actions look small, but psychologically, they are votes for your future identity. Every action says, "This is who I am becoming." And suddenly, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It becomes self-respect. But there's one huge mistake people make while building discipline, and it destroys their progress completely. Chapter 5. Motivation is temporary. Systems are permanent. Most people wait to feel motivated. That's the trap, because motivation is emotional, and emotions change daily. Some days you feel unstoppable. Some days you feel empty. If your success depends on motivation, you'll never stay consistent. Mentally disciplined people understand one thing: systems are more powerful than feelings. Instead of relying on emotions, they rely on structure. For example, a disciplined student doesn't ask, "Do I feel like studying?" He studies at the same time every day. A disciplined athlete doesn't negotiate with workouts. He trains no matter what. Why? Because repetition removes decision fatigue. And eventually, discipline becomes automatic. This is called identity automation. Your habits start controlling your future. That's why environment matters too. If your room is full of distractions, discipline becomes harder. If your phone controls your attention, focus disappears. Your environment shapes behavior more than motivation. So ask yourself honestly, is your current lifestyle helping your future or destroying it silently? Because success is never an accident. It's designed. And now comes the most important shift of this entire video. Chapter 6. Discipline is freedom. Most people think discipline steals freedom, but reality is the opposite. Discipline creates freedom. Without discipline, you become slave to distractions, dopamine, laziness, mood swings, and excuses. But with discipline, you control your actions, your emotions, your future. Imagine two people. One wakes up whenever he wants, eats anything, scrolls endlessly, avoids hard work, looks free, right? But internally, he is trapped. Now imagine another person. He trains daily, controls urges, works on goals, builds skills consistently. From outside, it looks difficult, but internally, he is free because he controls himself. And self-control is the highest form of power. This is why mental discipline changes every area of life: health, money, focus, confidence, relationships, success. Everything improves when your mind obeys you. But there's still one final transformation left: the transformation of identity. Chapter 7. Becoming the person you admire. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. If deep inside you believe, "I am lazy," your actions will match that identity. But when you start seeing yourself as disciplined, everything changes. Your choices change. Your standards change. Your future changes. This is why mentally strong people protect their routines aggressively, because they understand every action shapes identity. So stop asking, "How do I stay motivated?" Start asking, "Who am I becoming?" Because your life tomorrow depends on the identity you build today. And identity is built through repetition, not perfection. You will fail sometimes. You will relapse. You will lose focus. But disciplined people don't quit after failure. They return faster. That's the difference. Weak minds seek comfort. Strong minds seek growth. And growth always begins where comfort ends. Powerful cinematic conclusion. One day, you will look back at your life, and you'll realize there were two versions of you. One version kept making excuses, kept delaying, kept escaping discomfort, and slowly, that version disappeared into mediocrity. But the second version chose discipline, chose pain over comfort, growth over distraction, purpose over pleasure. And that version became unstoppable. Because mental discipline is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming dangerous to your old self. The moment your mind stops controlling you, your real life begins. So the next time you feel lazy, remember this: every difficult decision is shaping your future identity. And every moment of discipline is a vote for the person you want to become. If this video changed the way you think even a little, Don't ignore that feeling, because transformation starts with awareness. Comment below, "I control my mind," and make that promise to yourself publicly. Also subscribe to the channel, because this journey is not about motivation. It's about becoming mentally unstoppable. And trust me, your future self is watching your decisions right now.